here at a place where the sun is hitting, you know, right here. Let me see, put the hand right here. I think if I put the hand right here, I know what I'm gonna do. There we go. Let's see if, no, if I put the hat right, I think, no. There we go, much better. How's everybody doing? Let me put the comments right here. Chat live, right there. Hi from North California, Jess voted yes. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining in. ¿Qué tal? Muy buenas tardes, ¿cómo están? ¿Qué tal? Muy buenas tardes. Bilingual broadcast, but I will do it bilingual for people that want to ask. Soon, in a few weeks, I will be doing trilingual broadcasts. I will be doing trilingual broadcasts. I will wait for some people to jump in here, as the topic is really important. The topic is really important. They are stealing, and they're going to steal California if people don't watch, man. People don't understand how these leftists, man, they're really smart. This is what Republicans are struggling right now because of the leftists. They're really smart. And I'm sorry to say it, but their strategy to do corruption, it is extremely smart. A lot of you guys are, surprised on how the left is working. And the left, it has an idea already, and it has an agenda. And really, that's the difference between the leftist Democrats right now and the Republicans right now, that they have a plan to destroy or to overrule or to do whatever they have to do. So, how's everybody doing? ¿Cómo están todos? Soy Oscar Blue para el programa de Border Network News. Dios bendiga a todos. Dios bendiga a nuestro país de México, Estados Unidos y a nuestra ciudad de Tijuana, Baja California. Come stanno tutti? I will say it in Italian. Come stanno tutti? Il mio nome è Oscar Blue, per giornalista di Border Network News. Dio benedica a nostro paese, Italia, México, and God bless the United States of America. A la nostra città, Tijuana, Baja California. Dio benedica a tutti. God bless everybody that is watching. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. God bless our country of Mexico, the country of the Italy that I'm speaking right now, a little bit of Italian, and God bless our city of Tijuana, Baja California. How's everybody? Now, what is going on? If people don't understand what these leftists are doing around the world, this is not just happening in the United States of America. This has been happening for decades in Mexico. For decades in Mexico. And this has been happening for decades in Central America. And this has been happening for decades in other parts of the continent. In the United States of America, it is now happening. That is corruption in election. A lot of corruption in election. And if this guy by the name of Gavin Newsom, he wins this miracle, because if he wins, it's a miracle. It's going to be corruption all over the place. This is going to be a stolen election if he wins. I'm telling you like it is. He has no shot on winning this recall. He has no shot. But if he wins this election, this is the initiation of election corruption in the United States of America. That's it. The leftists in the United States of America have a really, strategic way to pursue the Republicans now. The leftists had an idea, and the United States were really smart. What they did, they said this. They said, you know what? We need to give them an agenda, an image. President Trump came in. What more of a prize can we do? Label them as racist. So the labeling as Republicans with the triple K started happening. It's racist. We need something more to label them as right-wing extremists. And everything had to be coming to a perfection and to their Machiavellical plan to have an image of the Republicans and how to label them. So you guys will be labeled as that particular image that the leftists now have of the Republicans. You know, the Democrats who have been really smart of this strategy, have been really smart, and somebody saying they're evil, not smart. I'm sorry. They're smart and they're evil. I'm sorry, yes they are. And you got a president right now that won an election. Don't tell me that it was just evil. It was smart. And I'm not praising no leftists. I'm just saying the things that are is. Don't get into your feelings. And this is the reason that Republicans slept on this. The Republicans were really comfortable. They were saying, oh, we're going to play by the rules. We're going to be, you know, law-abiding citizens. We are going to be, you know, just by the law and order. Democrats on the other side, they did not do that. They started playing dirty, you know, election, fraud in a lot of states. And ultimately, now you see how they are labeling every Republican as a right-wing extremist, as a conspiracy theorist. Then you got the Q movement and all these kind of movements that they were made to give a certain image to the Republicans as conspiracy theorists, as crazy people, as right-wing extremists, as racist people. All these labels were created in my mind and in my understanding because they're gonna, oh my God, Oscar's a conspiracy theorist. I'm not. I'm just seeing things the way they are. All these labels, they were made to particularly put an image as a Republican. This is what a Republican is going to look like. And this is what we are going to look like. So the Democrats look like, oh my God, we need to help the race theory, the critical race theory. There's a lot of racial division. There's this, there's that. So we go by the pandering of the racial division. Oh my God, the right-wing extremists and the Republicans are so racist because they're not letting hundreds of millions of migrants that are coming in suffering. So we pander to that. All that has been a complete strategy by the Democrats, and they are being, with that strategy, really effective. Right now, the election in the United States and the recall in Gavin Newsom in California, there's a lot of people that they're arriving to the voting booths and they're telling them, you already voted and you voted Democrat. This is happening. This happened in Venezuela. This happened in Honduras. This happened in, you know, in all parts of Central America and South America. Of course, ultimately, they're going to justify themselves with the past governments. That is another strategy from the left now. In Mexico, you got a president that every day he justifies the mistakes that are happening, the assassinations, the complete violence and cartel takeover by our security in our country. The president every day does a morning conference saying, this is because of the past administration, the 85 years of government. We cannot fix something that is broken. So why are you here? Why you got elected then? It is exactly what it is happening in the United States of America. Everything that is being done by the Democrats right now that is completely destroying your country, it is because of Trump. Not because of Obama. No, it is because of the 4 years that Trump did. So they're justifying that the 4 years that Trump was in administration, it ruined the whole history of the United States of America. So they every day, the immigration policies, security policies, the economical collapse of the United States of America, all of that, it is because of the justification that is of of the past governments. Watch out. They are trying and they are going to steal that election over there in California. They are trying and they're going to steal that election in California. If they steal that election in California, the tyranny of the dictatorship in the United States of America, it's going to start. These term limits, they're never going to be existing anymore. The Alexander Ocasio is never going to leave office. Rashida Tlaib, she's never going to leave office. Ilhan Omar, she's never going to leave office. Veronica Escobar, she's never going to leave office. Gavin Newsom, never going to leave office. Nancy Pelosi, until the last days of her dinosaur days, she's never, and she has never left office. The new radical imperialism of the left in the United States of America, it's going to start. And every time that somebody stands against this tyrannical left, imperialistic dictatorship, you're going to be labeled as a right-wing extremist, as a white supremacist, as you are for the white systematic racism, as you are a racist, as you are a fascist, as you are a narcissist. It is called cancel culture. And it is implemented and made perfectly by a left agenda. This leftist agenda, it was perfectly done, people. And everybody needs to understand. Every single one of you. You guys need to understand that this is not just because it miraculously happened from one day to another. No, a lot of United States citizens are getting hit in the face right now. And they're like, what the hell is going on in our country? And this is perfectly done by a leftist agenda. If Gavin Newsom, by a miracle, because this is California, even leftist Democrats they don't want Gavin Newsom anymore. It's a disgusting, evil man. Even leftist Democrats, they don't want him anymore. But if by any chance he wins this election, or he wins this recall, whatever you want to call it, it's the start of the tyrannical, leftist, imperialistic elections. This is the start. This is the start. And if he wins, it's because of all of the people that they're divided. It's not because you are a right wing or a left wing. This is because you are a US citizen or an American citizen, however you want to call it. And if American citizens, they don't unite for the better of California, this imperialistic political party will never leave power. This imperialistic political party is never going to leave power. It is exactly like Morena in our country of Mexico. Morena, what they're trying to do is buy out Congress, buy out the Senate, so they can pass their evil laws and they can continue with their imperialistic government. Don't be negative, Oscar. People are voting. I'm not being negative. I'm being realistic. And I'm saying, if he wins, I'm just being real. The least person that it can be more central, the only person that it does this live feeds that it can be more central and independent, you can come over here. Morena in the political party in Mexico, it is exactly the same as the Democrats right now. They're buying out the Congress, they're buying out the Senate, they're buying out every state and every municipal city little by little. Their dominion across their country, to pass their medieval Machiavellical laws as pro-abortion, and all this kind of stuff. This is how they dominate a country. The left is dominating our lives. I told you guys from the start, the continent of America, it is under communistic attack and globalist attack. The United States of America, it is under communistic and globalist attack. This does not depend on people sending their vote and their mail-in ballot. This depends on people standing at the voting booth and standing right there on the count and demanding their vote to be processed correctly. This is the time to stand against this tyrannical left. If the people don't remove that piece of crap governor that they got over there in California, that evil man in California, it is the start of the tyrannical left. It is the start of the tyrannical left from never leaving power. Never leaving power. These people, they don't want to leave power. You know that a lot of people in Mexico are thinking that Andrés Manuel López Obrador is going to find a way to re-elect himself. These leftists, they are imperialistic people. Dictators. Hugo Chavez, president of Nicaragua, the past president of Ecuador, past president of Colombia, Bolivia, Evo Morales, Juan Orlando Hernández of Honduras, Andrés Manuel López Obrador. What happened with Vladimir Putin? He changed the constitution to be president to 2036. Alexander Lukashenko of Belarusia, Xi Jinping of China, the dictators in Iran. All of this is coming. Angela Merkel. All of this is coming to the West Hemisphere. It's already here. And these people are the ones that they are going to dictate how you live your life. If these people are not in power, they cannot dictate your life. They need to be in power so they can dictate the new change and the new agenda of the 2030 agenda. The new life, the new world order. They're part of it. So if they are kicked out of their own government, their plan is ruined. This is why, look, this is why when they were trying to protest the people in Belarus against Alexander Lukashenko, 26 years in power, Alexander Lukashenko, he was going to get kicked out by the youth of Belarus. Vladimir Putin immediately sent his troops to support Alexander Lukashenko so he can stay in power more. What just happened in California? Kamala Harris came to visit Gavin Newsom. President Joe Biden came to visit Gavin Newsom. We are going to win because we are going to win. Gano por mis huevos porque gano por mis huevos. That's the mentality of these radical imperialistic people. We're going to win because we're going to win. And we don't care what we're going to do, but we are going to win. In our laws as Latinx X's and our pro-abortion laws and all these radical liberal laws, they're going to be passed because we are going to pass these laws. And the mass mandates and all these kind of stuff, we are going to pass them because we're going to pass them. They need to win and they need to be dictators so they can continue with their agenda. If they are stopped by the American people, they cannot continue with this tyrannical lifestyle that they want for you. that is not even a lifestyle. It is a class, social class lifestyle. The poor, the rich, 1% and a one social class. This is really important day. A really important day. Really important day. Today, if this man, by a miracle, wins this, I'm not being negative. I'm not being negative. But if this man, by a miracle, wins this, whew, agárrate, California. Imagine what is going to happen. Every election from the United States of America, every recall, whatever you want to call it, every impeachment is going to end up like this. And they're going to call you a conspiracy theorist. Conspiracy, that is their language. Remember, they have a language. Their linguistics. Remember what it said? Their linguistics and their hand signals will show the people of the world. Their linguistics is key. If you protest against these people, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're a right-wing extremist. You're a racist. You're a fascist. You're a narcissist. You're a xenophobic. You're a homophobic. You're this. You're that. You're for the white supremacy. You're kissing the white man's boots. Eres un agachón. Their linguistics are really key points and really important. So if you start talking about election fraud, it's a conspiracy theorist. He's a right-wing extremist. He's a domestic terrorist. All these linguistics are extremely important. Really important. When you hear these linguistics, remember that is the way that they're dominating your country. You're oppressing me. You're harassing me. You're in my space. It's my freedom. It's my body. It's my right. Freedom of choice. Right? Defund the police. All these linguistics are exactly how the left is working in Mexico. You know how the left is working in Mexico? It's exactly the linguistics that the president every day says on a morning conference. Esas son teorías conspiratorias. Those are conspiracy theories. Those statistics are false. I have another statistics. It's the fault of the 85 years of the past governments. It is the fault of the political parties of the PRI and the PAN. You are a sellout. You were bought by the right-wing extremists. It is the conservatives that is their fault. All of these justifications are exactly the same as how the left is working in the United States of America. It's a strategy, and it's really well done. I will tell you, it's, the leftists, they have created this strategy, and their linguistics is perfectly adjustable to every agenda that they're trying to push over to your life. I'm over here in Mexico. It affects me what Gavin Newsom is doing, and I will tell you why. I will tell you why the government of Gavin Newsom is affecting our city of Tijuana. Because I live the next door to San Diego, California. Everybody in San Diego, California is coming to live over here. And they're talking, first, there's two topics. Remind me of the second topic, that is the high price of the cost of living of housing. Remind me of that one. Don't, because I forget. Housing, cost of living. But the first topic that I want to tell you, look how hypocritical this Gavin Newsom guy is. He's talking about mass man. So let me tell you how this is going to affect. Let me tell you how the government of Gavin Newsom is affecting our lives. Let me tell you, and I'm a Tijuana citizen, and for people that they're from Tijuana, they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. Los tijuanenses saben de lo que estoy hablando y cómo está afectando este gobierno de California a Tijuana. Every Tijuana citizen knows what I'm talking about. And I will tell you why this government, this tyrannical government from Gavin Newsom, is affecting our cities, and it's affecting our borders. It's affecting Tecate, it's affecting Mexicali, and it's affecting clearly Tijuana. And I will tell you why. Tell you why. The cost of living in California has gone up so high that you have hundreds of people homeless, thousands of people homeless in California. Am I right or am I wrong? Thousands of people homeless in California. So everybody in the United States of America, in the part of San Diego, in the part of California, they're saying, you know what? Why are we still living in California when I can go to the other side of the border, that is Tijuana? I can go to the other side of the border, that is Tecate, or I can go to the other side of the border that connects to Calexico, that is Mexicali. And I can go over there and live over there illegally and cross the border every day back and forth. So, hundreds of thousands of Americans now live on this side of the border. Why is it affecting me the way that this dumbass has his state? Because the cost of living is so high in California that all of that has ricocheted and has trickled in a domino effect into our cities, into the state of Baja. The cost of living in Tijuana, it is really high now. The cost of living in Tecate is extremely high now. The cost of living in Mexicali has gone up really high, the prices. The renters and the landowners are renting you an apartment at a house in dollars, not in pesos, in dollars. That house, that 2-bedroom apartment, it is not 4,000 pesos. It is not 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 pesos. No, it is 9,000 pesos, 10,000 pesos, or $400 or $500 per month. The cost of living in our state and in our cities have gone up so high because of this dumbass, the way that he has his economy and the cost of living in his house and his state. That has trickled into our states, into our cities, into our borders. Not only that, you're talking about being essential. The most hypocritical state of all the United States of America in terms leftists, the most hypocritical leftist state in the whole United States of America, it is California. And I will tell you why. They're talking about COVID restrictions. They're talking about the COP restrictions. They're talking about mask mandates. They're talking about being regulated and being with the jab regulated and having a COP passport and all this kind of stuff, right? They're talking about all of that, right? Okay. 1 month ago, for 3 days, they had a festival. 150,000 American citizens traveled from the United States to this festival in Rosarito. The majority of the people, and I'm not pro, against, whatever you want to tell, whatever you want to say it. The majority of the people in the cities of Tijuana, Rosarito, Ensenada, Mexicali, Tecate, San Quintín, San Felipe, all the municipal cities of our state of Baja, the majority of the people already took the jab and they already COVID tested. But you got 150,000 Americans coming into a festival over here. We don't know if they are contaminated or not. Are they essential to our population? No, they're not. Why? Because according to the United States of America, tourists from Mexico, we are not essential to them. Why are we allowing non-essential travelers to our state? The most hypocritical state, it is California. So you allow travelers from the United States to travel to Mexico, possibly infect themselves over here. It is a virus that is coming back and forth through two countries, and then you allow them to go back. Do you understand what I mean? The most hypocritical state, leftist state in the whole country of the United States of America, it is the, and you're somebody said Americans spend more money. You're incorrect, my friend. They spend a lot of money, yes. We need tourism, yes. But all the businesses that they're on the other side of the border, that is the border of California, the border of Arizona, the border of Juarez and El Paso, the borders of Texas, and all those borders, all the borders that they're, all the city borders that depend on the tourists of Mexico. Look at the local businesses right now. Look at your local plazas crossing on the other side of the border. How they're looking. Bankrupt. Alone. A ghost town. Ask border citizens how this essential and not essential has been affecting them. Just stating you facts. I'm just giving you facts. Es una injusticia lo que está haciendo este gobernador de California para los tijuanenses. Let me say it in Spanish. Déjenme decirlo en español. Es una injusticia lo que está haciendo este gobernador de California para los tijuanenses, los mexicalenses y los tecatenses. Este hombre que está por la agenda de hacernos esencial y no esencial a los turistas mexicanos, no podemos cruzar hacia los Estados Unidos, y la mayoría de los tijuanenses, tecatenses y mexicalenses ya se pusieron la vacuna, están regulados, tienen su prueba de COVID, pero estos tienen más de 150,000 turistas que vienen al Festival de Baja de Rosarito, ¿verdad? ¿Verdad? And more than 65,000 Americans came from the United States on Labor Day to over here to tourists. But you're talking about mandating and you're talking about all of this kind of stuff. Y más de 65,000 turistas vinieron en el Festival de Labor Day. Almost 1.2 fraction of million people every week cross from the United States to Mexico and from Mexico to the United States. Más de 1.2 millones de personas cruzan a la semana de Estados Unidos a México y de México a Estados Unidos. A la semana. Essential and non-essential in California? Always your country first. I respect the United States of America. It's the best country that exists. But if the United States of America is applying the law as for essential and non-essential, let's be fair. Because you got these activists that they're crossing from the United States to over here. They're not essential. So let's be fair. The cost of living has gone up high on the other side of our country because the cost of living in the United States is high. So all these Americans, they're coming in to live in Mexico. So the rent now that it was in pesos, it is in dollars now. So you have to adjust. And the low-income family in our country of Mexico, in the border cities of Mexico, they're like, how am I going to be paying for this rent? If the rent is so, the cost of living is so high, how in the hell am I going to do it? And it is because of all the effect of people, the United States citizens, leaving California. This is why a lot of people from California, they're moving out. They're going to Florida, they're going to Arkansas, they're going to all these places. California is a total disaster. This is why it's so important right now, what is happening right now, the recall Gavin Newsom. recall Gavin Newsom right now. If this recall gets stolen by any chance, because if Gavin Newsom wins this recall, it's a miracle. I'm just laying it like it is. If he wins this, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. But if he wins this tyrannical election, or whatever you want to call it, say goodbye. California is lost. It's already, it's already, my God, that beautiful state of California that is beautiful is going to be lost to these tyrannical leftists. These dictators, they're never going to leave power. Never going to leave power. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining in. And I want to tell you guys that today's a really important day for every single one of you. It's a really important day for every single one of you. And it's a really important day for people to stand up. And if you don't stand up, this will matter. Little by little, man, the United States of America is losing freedom. Little by little. De nada, Chica Pérez, como no, un abrazo para ti. The rent is too damn high. Yes, I know. How much is the rent? I remember when I used to live in California. To live in California for a 2-bedroom apartment, I used to pay, what was it, $12.75? How much you pay right now for an apartment? It's like $15.75 or $16.75, something like that. Isn't it like that? To live in California is really expensive. Right? God bless you all. Stay safe. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me at YouTube. Follow me at Instagram as Oscar Blue Media. Follow Border Network News, Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram. Also follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero, on all platforms. Pace e amore. In Italian, pace e amore. Perché il tuo paese è primo. Peace and love. Because always your country is first. Paz y bien. Porque tu país es primero. I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe.